Okay, then I gotta take the best loadout for this. Okay.
Here we go.
This one very tired.
Not really.
But have you seen people have already started speedrunning modded duo trials?
Yes. A700 looking a little tough, main-wise.
Oh yeah, we can skip out on R6. I don't think you speedrun R6 anyway,
I
so...
have not, so I'm gonna put all the R6s and not run yet for now.
Yep.
But to me, some of them apparently seem very fun, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
But
it's decently low RNG as well, which is pretty nice.
we will not grade these for the time being. I have not run them.
Hey yo, bird, hi.
Are you doing the B4?
Yes.
Check the stream.
You're doing
We could talk about the ranking as well if you want.
No.
Okay. Gonna try the Wesley strat. No jumping, no sprinting.
Well, I haven't heard from... Wait, have we heard from Wesley? I don't know if Wesley's going, but if Wesley's not going, Boyd can take Wesley.
Alright, let's do the R1 levels first.
I mean, what is the worst one is R1C1. There's no question on that, right? Like, it's low RNG, yes, but it's super boring to run, super boring to play. Basically nothing to do. I think the only redeeming point of it is that it makes the level more interesting than playing it normally. And you don't really have to do anything but play it quickly.
What would you put it in as then?
I mean, it's either E or F. I probably put it F because running it is so dreadful. The only reason I ran it multiple times was due to the Lawless fighting we did over it back then. Then
R1A1 is just running.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it's the fastest level in the game. It gives it some coolness factor, in my opinion. I feel like it's at least around B tier. I mean, it's not super interesting, so it doesn't go like into the oh my god, I love this. But just running it and getting like a sub 3-minute time is absolutely insane for this game.
You could put it as C tier as like a middle ground for like its
yeah, we can do that. Like it has some very high highs and some very low lows due to the resetting. Like R1B1 is similar in that. I love the running of R1B1, but the reset hunting is garbage. It's definitely better though, because when you get a run, it's very fun to do. And it has one of the most unique threats in the game of actually splitting up 4 ways and having 3 suiciders. So I'll probably put it B tier, yeah. Like that is actually a better one than R1A1. B2 is probably the most basic, boring level. It doesn't have anything special, and it's meh. And you have worse RNG than R1A1. I would actually put it in D tier maybe, because like...
Do you have worse RNG?
Yeah, because a lot of the keys don't work at all, like R1A1, but you also have to get the right key for the right zone. So sometimes you get a good key, but it's not What do you need it?
Double key mode, double key mode.
Oh, you moved. R1C1 decode is R1C2 for some reason. So
What the heck?
reconnect is the R1C1.
Oh, what the heck? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. That is fucked up.
oh
And
well.
R1C2 has a fuck ton of RNG for runs as well. It's quite challenging and decently fun to run though, but it's again nothing special. Have you seen the run of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't consider it too good. I think if we optimize it, it might go higher, but it's like C or D. It's just there. Like it's an R1 run.
It's a reactor. I mean, what else
No,
do you expect?
No, it's the charger level.
Oh, it's the charger level. I'm thinking about fucking this one. This is the fucking...
Yeah, the reactor's so bad.
Well, I'd say it's...
I think C is alright, maybe D, because I don't like it, but I can see C.
Collection missions suck.
Yeah, it's also one of the worst ones because it's not interesting strat-wise as much. Then R1, D1 is A. Like, it's not S tier, because it's not... Well, maybe low S tier, but for now I'd put it in A. You could move it up later. Like, it's super quick. It's a challenging level of the rundown. It's simple to do and no RNG, basically, for, like, just running it. And it has an interesting strat with a split up at the end, at least. It's nothing super special, though. And I think that's generally quite fine for ranking. R1 is okay. And then R2, A1, it's mid.
Good
Not
strat.
much about it, honestly.
RNG reset sucks.
Yeah, it's probably around C to D tier as well. Like, I think C tier because it's fun if you get the run. Like, it's simple fun. Nothing super special.
R2B1's fun, but...
Yeah, it's middling RNG. Probably like B tier, maybe low A. I think it could have been better, but the long scan at the end just makes it worse.
R2, B2.
It's unique. I give it that.
It is.
I'd definitely put it at minimum C, but
It wasn't bad. Like,
I honestly think it's quite good. It's very low RNG, even if you hunt for the absolute best run. It's easy to run, like the giants are the biggest issue, but that's kind of a fun point about it. It makes it unique to run. It's probably like B tier even.
it wasn't
Maybe-
hard.
maybe-
It was interesting. Caring for
It can be
souls and
incredibly
people.
hard, but that's mostly resetting hard, like R3D1. R2B3, we've
I
done it.
I thought it was fun. R2B3.
Yeah, without Lawless now as well, that's pretty cool. The ending isn't that special though, in non-Lawless, because you don't have the hurry that you have in Lawless. So I feel like putting it in C tier is okay. Like, it's a basic mission you do and then you get out. Nothing interesting about it, like strat-wise. Not bad though. B4.
I didn't run this. You guys did.
Yeah, it's similar. It's just C tier. Like, it's a better approach to the
Carry.
level, but carrying objects, especially if you
carried
can't
over.
perfectly time their movement due to scan RNG, kind of sucks. C1, you ran that more than me actually. What's your opinion on that?
Honestly, enemy spawn RNG sucks ass. Really, most of the time.
You also have the hideous terminal matchup RNG. It's not that bad. It's like a what
And
one
then,
and
and then it's just that stupid fucking last room as well. It gets you. It's really annoying. Strat-wise, it's not really anything.
Yeah, the making of the strat was interesting, but the strat itself is super simple.
It's... I don't know. I'd put it below C.
Yeah, probably
It's
D.
annoying.
It's not. Yeah, it's probably low D. Like the level is also not that fun to run because of the uplink. Oh, something we have to consider: resetting on levels with uplinks definitely puts them down. I would actually put down C1, R2 C1, and R2 B3 one each, because you can't fucking reset on them. You have to wait so long each time.
That's true, because you have objective bug if you reset too
Holy
fast.
shit!
so
Is like
bad.
World War III happening outside? Oh my god, the storm.
Please no. R2 C2, RNG sucks, but the run is banger.
It is. It is.
Spread, the run is banger.
It is.
God damn.
Like, that is A tier for me. That is fun. I'm down to do that. If the RNG one wouldn't be a thing, it's S tier, easy.
I think it's B. It's just...
Yeah,
It's a fun collection. It's a fun collection mission.
Yeah,
One of the more
I can see
fun.
that.
But it's RNG because you have to get the collection to the correct place or it's not a run at all.
Yeah, that I can feel, especially with Zone 116 being so fucking ass.
Oh, it is ass.
R2D1...
Cool strat. I don't know anything about execution though.
RNG is kinda meh. The level is fucked up in the third alarm section. Because you pull 2 blood doors and an alarm and like 3 zones of enemies at once, basically.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like, it's probably B tier. You really need a team to run it though. Like, you're kind of fucked by RNG in the level, which feels better when you're running and you get it, but worse when you're in the level and you don't get it. Then R2D2. Like, we actually have.
We ran
you do the R2?
We ran it, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, the whole team is here. Team, what's the opinion on R2D2 speedrun?
It was fun. It was a bit stressful at times.
Yeah, and we didn't even run it fully optimized. Like, it's impossible to optimize, I think, unless you're a robot.
R2D2 game was easy, first try.
Okay.
So probably S tier, something like that.
I think
it requires a lot of
managing. In the context of having 4 people who want to have fun, I don't think it's that good because one person is gonna have no fun for a lot of the reactor wave shooting. Like, I'm fine with it, but if you just run it with randoms, I don't think everyone wants to do the resource shuffling part. And the shooting is also not that interesting, mostly getting the codes, so that makes it meh on that one. Especially with the waves taking pretty long at times. And it's a long level. It's not garbage though, like it's at least interesting in a way. I can see it around C to D tier. I wouldn't want to rerun it a lot.
Well, here's what we gotta consider. How does the R2D2 reactor compare to other reactors for speedrun? And if we do that, I think it belongs to D tier. I think there's more fun reactor levels or reactor objectives than R2D2.
I think R3A3 and R4D1 should both be more fun, but we haven't done R4D1, so it doesn't count yet. But yeah, I can see that. And then E1...
I didn't run
it's
it.
fucking hard. I feel like the RNG that you can't check makes it go out of S and A tier. If you only get good runs, it's definitely A tier for me, but having to run that with enemy RNG is more like a B. I don't know what Red considers. I think the level is fun if you speedrun it because it's suddenly so quick. It makes the level better than playing it normally.
What level?
R2E1.
Oh yeah.
B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R3A1, you have a typical A1 run, and then you also have near wall skip.
Yeah, I think considering the wall skip, it definitely has to be a more special A1. It's also quicker than its brother level R7A1, because you don't have to do the funny terminal shit.
Yeah.
It's nothing special though, like even with the wall skip, it's probably B tier at best.
Yeah.
Like...
Wall skip was cool though. Wall skip was cool.
Yeah, wall skip is cool. And if we had at any point find out more of those, it's because we had the R3A1.
R3A2.
R3A2. Similar issue to R1B1. The run is banger though, because it's super quick. Like, it's one of the 4 quickest levels in the game. With R1B1, R1A1, and... what was the last one? R5B2, I think. Very, very fun run. It's just hellish RNG. I'm getting it. So probably also B tier. Like, if you just looking at the run, if you have 4 perspectives, it's probably more interesting than R1B1 though, so I could see it being low A. Like, because getting the run is more interesting than R1B1. Yeah, I would say A tier. Like, it's one of the most insane strats to pull off if you just randomly look someone playing it. I think the only negative part about it is the fog zone for like the run itself, but that is like its own unique challenge again.
R3A3, which is another reactor mission. Honestly, I found this one a lot more interesting than
Indeed.
R2D2.
Yeah, it's also just quicker than it,
It is quicker.
and it isn't special though. I would probably
It
put it
is
B tier
not.
as well, maybe C tier at best. Like it's just there. It's definitely the most boring speedrun in R3. Because of all the like depending on the role. The ending is kind of cool though, on having like 20 giants on your ass. It's the only way to optimize it currently.
R3B1 strat was kind of cool.
Especially because you can still run it very cracked in like other ways. I feel like the run back with uplinks themselves is kind of meh, but it's a cool run. It's definitely a way better uplink than R3B1, and because there is no RNG on keys or something, you only have to worry about the... Actually no, the terminal RNG is also basically even, so there's no RNG in the level on that side. So yeah, B tier probably, because there's no real issue with uplink resetting. Then R3B2, that level is very cool to run. Like, I might even consider that S tier, but that's also because I grinded the hell out of it. I think fairly said it's an A tier speedrun. It's quick. It has basically no RNG outside of the level, so you don't need to reset. Actually, no, there's the cell, but yeah, it's A tier. There's only the cell you really have to look out for. It has unique rolls. You kill a mom in record time. And the run back is like another down point if you want to add that. But like, yeah. R3C1. I think we both ran it, just in different teams, yeah. Awful RNG, like actually awful RNG. And it's very rough on having like a million enemies. It's also not cool because you just run through everything together, basically. There's a reason we haven't been running it a bunch. We've only ran it another time to set the time to something okay. Because we didn't want to have it at like 11 minutes.
E-tier speedrun.
Yeah, I might even consider that, yeah. Okay, R3D1. What are the negatives of this? Slight key RNG and charger zone.
S tier.
On the other hand, if you get a run, it looks so good.
It does.
Like that is the first contender for S tier, honestly, because the run is harder than R1D1 even without the charger zone on like what bystanders would think, but it actually looks so much cooler. It's just permanent action outside of the run back from like Neonate. And even there, you have to kill a mom with one of your two teams. Definitely kind of cool run. Okay, R4A1. Collection mission! Woohoo! Then again, RNG doesn't matter as much here, due to how the level is designed. Run back with stamina sucks though. Like, it's unironically garbage. A lot more viable to run than other collectibles, so...
This is the first A level with the secondary, too.
Yeah, and the secondary sucks to speedrun. I think it's D tier.
The secondary? It's not bad.
It's very boring, and remember,
oh, it's boring.
Can't reset
it's not
quickly.
Bad, though.
It might even be E tier because it's fucking uplink resets.
Oh, true. But
yeah,
at least usually the terminals at least are static.
Yeah, it's mostly about the cells and the IDs if you want to run secondary as well. It's just not that good. Oh, A2 is so sad. The level was so much better in the OG version to speedrun. It's just more scans now. The PE is very fun though. Like it's a quick run, generally not that bad RNG wise. Like there's RNG and you play around it, but it's not like you're dying due to RNG. It has a decent, unique split-up strat. Resources are good to come by, so you're not like when you get them. I would play as a B tier probably. Like the PE definitely puts it B tier. Without PE, it's like COD. Like it's just a main with like RNG in it, but the PE makes it decent. R4A3 is the most basic good speedrun. Extract puts it to C, but I don't know how the PE is. Didn't you do the PE run on it?
Of what?
Or was it on R4A3?
PE was fun. Probably if you do PE run, it's probably a C.
Yeah, that fits. Then C overall. I feel like the collectibles is in the secondary kind of make it meh.
I don't remember that run anymore. That was such a while ago. What was it? R4
C3, A4A3 and PE.
Do a scan.
It's PE.
Get extract terminal.
We don't even have a fucking run in it. Apparently.
I don't think you submitted it. I don't think you submitted it. I think you just ran it with Jish.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, R4A3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you did
thinking
R5A3. It's the same. It's the same thing. I think it's. The
I was thinking R5A3 I didn't do R4A3.
R4A3.
I mean, the main is decent enough, and then the like secondary and all is fine if you do the right strat. It's not bad. R4B1, hellish RNG. Reactor secondary doesn't really make it interesting to speedrun, even though it's probably one of the more interesting speedrunnable reactors. I would honestly put it in D tier. Like, it's... if you want to optimize it, it gets pretty bad. R4B2... bad RNG, but it's playable on main. The main running itself is pretty decent. I don't know how PE is.
Didn't we run PE?
You did.
$20.31. What did we do in this level?
You took a long time in secondary. Like the time can be put to something like 12 or 30 minutes probably if you just YOLO it. I think if you honestly because we thought about the strat before, I think if you make the strat for PE a thing and run it a lot, then the level is probably B tier.
Oh no, it's cursed. It's a cursed level. I remember. It's a cursed level, isn't it? With the OSIPs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's a fucking cursed level. OSIP does not spawn 2 each, which was it sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh
yeah, the
god.
RNG. I mean, we can put it in C tier. I don't think it's that bad overall because there's a cool scratch you can make, but it's not special.
Like the triple alarm pull or double alarm pull plus team scan is kind of cool, but like it's
B3 we haven't run yet, so that is out of the picture.
What is B3?
Uplinks. So even if it was a thing, it would just be fucking E tier. Especially because you have to reset a bunch. Then R4...
We did not run this either, did we?
It is
that's
awful
R5.
RNG. R4C1, it's awful RNG, but the run is interesting. It's probably D tier though due to RNG. Like you have to hunt for Blood Door, which is 1 in 3, and then for a specific key, which overall is like 3%, and then you need another key spawn, which is like 10%. And that is just to get the run, which is viable enough for like time save of half a minute plus on just key RNG. R4C2, get that fuck out of here. Like, who wants to run that, honestly?
No one.
Like, that is... so many fucking collectibles. 15, boy, 15.
I did it with just Duo. I understand how that feels. Fuck. It's gotta be low on the scale. I don't want to be collecting that much shit.
I'd honestly put it in E at best.
It's alright. It's just not fun.
And then we have C3. RNG's there, but the real issue is the fucking difficulty of resource finding in time. Brett and me recently talked about it, where the most optimal strat is gonna be wasting time to ping ammo and then clearing waves on the first alarm. It's otherwise so fucking insane.
Which one?
R4C3, like that level at the current
What
is
level was that?
It's the charger level. It's probably C or D tier. We have to
I
split
still
speed
don't know
up.
what level it is.
Doesn't matter.
No, I do.
Isn't that the one where you're running with Kenyanko to determine what the best path was?
Yeah, and it's freaking horrible.
It was horrible as fuck.
Yeah, I think D or E tier.
I hate my life.
Considering you guys will cry about it, I'm putting it in E tier. I heard it was just bad. It was really bad.
R4D1 we haven't ran yet.
Yeah, we have not.
And then R4D2, it's a cool run on base, and the PE is fucking insane,
Hard.
but also cool.
Yeah.
I think the difficulty and accessibility for it makes it kinda not S or A. But
I like the
it's
run,
cool
though.
enough as a run.
I
Yeah,
like the run.
I think B tier fits it. It's nothing where I'm like, oh yeah, nice, let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
We're currently R5 B4.
Got it. But like,
And
how
then
much longer?
8 minutes and something.
Okay.
Okay, R4 D2 I would put into B tier, and R4 E1 from what I've seen. There's some RNG, so I wouldn't put it S tier necessarily, but it's also pretty fucking long, but it's at least A tier.
If we have 2 hours, what's our goal? Like R4
And then R5 A1, similar to R4 A1, you just have basically no RNG, so it should be 1 tier higher at least. I think it's C tier, like it's very mid. It's dangerously mid. And secondary
is more
might,
collection.
yeah, so it mightn't even be that good. Maybe even D tier. Yeah, then R5 A2 I think is A tier. RNG is there, but the run itself was super quick, super fun.
It was.
R5 A3 main is B or A? Something like that, and then PE you guys did.
PE
I
was
think Brett
fun.
said C. So I think we're putting it in B.
I thought the PE was kind of fun, but tedious.
Yeah. And R5 P1, the main is decent. It's like a B, C, but the PE is horrible. I think that warrants a C, because you will never run PE unless you're crazy, bored, out of your mind. R5 B2, the best collection mission in the game. Honestly, you can. We ran that with no knowledge of spawns, and it was fun because you have time to ping a bunch of things.
What is B2?
GLP hunt. That level is A tier in my opinion. It's a cool run because you split up a bunch. It's the cell spawn is a forward spawning cell, so you're more likely to get a run than not get a run with cell RNG. And you basically don't care about the GLP spawns because you can, like, obviously if you optimize it to the second, but that run is A tier. It's so good. It's the only collection hunt that you can just ask me and we run it even without knowledge. If we have the knowledge, which we have, then it's really fucking awesome. Secondary and all obviously isn't too great, but it's speedrunnable. You can put it, actually you can put it in B tier if you want due to the uplink resetting thing.
It's
Yeah, R5, B3, garbage RNG plus the worst fog in the game. Probably
also
puts into D tier.
it's also I put it E tier.
Yeah, understandable.
It's the heavy object optimization is horrible.
I mean, we're memeing about while playing, but R5 B4 is most likely an F tier speedrun.
Oh, it is. Are you kidding me? It's
Super
boring.
fucking boring. Then R5 C1 we haven't run, R5 C2 we haven't run, I think, unless you did it recently. We didn't do C1, we can just move that away.
Did we run?
Did you do
I
C2?
don't think we did C2.
No, you didn't submit any, that's not what I mean.
Yeah, I don't
Dude.
think we did it at all.
Because Brad was talking about it, you were talking about the strat, I was confused.
Was I?
Just move it to not run, it doesn't matter. And then
Because I was talking
C3,
about D1.
how much to run? I think the issue I have with C3 is that all the RNG is backloaded, and it's all in whether you get the right terminal for the double uplink on the first try. It's horrific in that sense. Run is very basic and cool though, and simple. I think it's a
difficult.
I think it's a C tier. Like, I don't know how you rate it. Okay, Brett doesn't talk.
On experience.
What are you talking about?
C3.
R5, C3.
I already told you. Wait,
No, you didn't. R5, C3, double uplink.
B.
B.
What else is in B tier?
R2B1, R2C2, R3B1, R4D2.
C.
Yeah, we haven't C
Yeah,
as well.
It's
Okay, so R5D1, I've seen you guys do
It's
it.
F.
I don't.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
no,
I think-
no, it was really fun.
It's F. I
Wait, you
no,
didn't
no,
run it.
I think it's a D because the run is.
You can't even say that when you didn't run it. You just think it's F. It's actually really
Yeah.
fun.
But the thing is, how viable is it to run?
It's pretty viable. You run almost every seed.
I mean, not just
Actually,
that.
you
Also,
do run
how
every seed pretty much.
how fucked
pretty-
do you get over by enemies? Is the question as well.
It's only the only fucked part is the third scan, but we haven't done it where we had fog repellers because we're stupid.
If it's D2, you
It's
also have to
pretty easy.
knock it off a level because of secondary. I would think it was speedrunning
Oh yeah,
secondary
secondary
was
fucking
ass.
sucks.
Speedrunning secondary's ass, but for main, it's fine.
I mean, you could put it in CT, but I think just the viability into just running it is horrible. So D tier isn't that awful until we actually have experience. I don't think it's E. I've seen you guys do the R5D2. I've thought about myself. That level seems fire on like.
Oh, it is fire, dude. It is fire. I want to put it in S tier. That shit is fun. It's difficult on the codes as well.
Well, we need to slightly.
Probably
hurry up.
A.
Yeah, I think A fits more from what I've
Because
seen.
cell RNG and shit.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wait, yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
the-
True.
True.
R5E1 seems like a clear S though. It's similar to R3D1 where you have that one zone that fucks you over hard, but it's a super sick strat and very cool to watch and play.
R7A1.
It's basic. It's like C to D.
I'll put C. It's the baseline.
A 7v1 resetting on garden tiles, E tier. Also collection case. Holy shit.
Yeah, collection case
7v2
sucks.
is, or 7v2 in main is like a
Yay, 450.
D. You have a collection in like that's probably E tier overall because you can't reset, but you need to if you want to do secondary.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Even Lawless, it's...
B3 main, decent. Like that is a B to C. Optionals aren't really fun to speedrun, so I'd probably put it C overall. But the run is pretty cool. Probably actually B tier because the run back is so unique on main. Like you basically never run through fog and find it interesting. C1. The only bad thing about this is the fucking move. No, the collection mission doesn't matter, honestly. Like, we run
not
every
bad.
seed if we want to. The issue is moving cells and long ass scans. Otherwise, it's S tier for me. So it's either A or B. I mean, let's ask the person who ran it the most with us, Brad. What's your opinion on R7C1?
It's a level.
Wait, there's a level.
Oh, thanks. R7C2. I haven't
Cool.
run it.
Brad's video. I think it was a pretty cool run. Optional objectives look ass though.
Hmm.
No RNG, kind of sick.
What do you think, Brad? What do you put that in? Might be a C tier with optionals. B tier main.
C3 is probably a E tier. It's the best timed mission because you actually can do a funny strat with the same timing.
On me.
And then... Did you do C3? No, you didn't.
C3. I put
Oh,
it
but-
in A. It was a fun PE mission.
I mean, the PE is fun, but it's so boring otherwise. Because once you hit the uplink, you're already done with the mission, basically.
True.
It's just, like, playing it out. So I personally think it's E.
D1. I want to put it really in the lower.
Yeah, it's like...
You're terminal hunting, and it's.
Yeah, it's probably D tier due to that. And then D2 is an S tier, even with RNG, the run is just too sick. And then
Yeah,
E1 is the last
E1.
one.
What do you think, Brad?
What level?
E1.
Don't
R7.
forget to do your booster scroll point.
71 S tier.
S tier.
S tier.
S tier reactor?
S tier reactor.
Well, here's the tier list.
I think another level that could be put S tier pretty easily is R61, because it has one of the most interesting strats as well, and it's something I've run, not as a speedrun, but normally before. Otherwise, the rest of R6 obviously is S tier.
33, 34.
Damn, it's 33, 32 for me. That's crazy.
Crazy. That was crazy, man.